All right. What's up? What's up? Hopefully, I think the mic's working now. I'm going to turn off this lamp behind me. All right. Welcome, welcome. I've got Spy on screen right now, so we're going to do... I'm going to do like a little bit of a breakdown for Spy and a little bit of a breakdown for Bitcoin and just show you guys where I think that we are headed into the end of this week. So, had a good trade on Spy overnight last night. We played Spy puts for 680 puts, so those went deep in the money today with a week left to go. Out of half of that position, so letting the rest ride for possibly another leg down into the next couple of days or early next week. Right now, we've got a really good push up here for the last hour so far. In the last like 15 minutes, really, we really pushed up and we broke out of this range here around 676. It's a level I had marked off for a potential support, and it looks like it has hit and bounced. So that's a great sign. For what I'm looking for, sorry, I'm gonna put my chart here on the screen for people on Twitter. What I'm looking for here is a possible rejection at 681. If we can't hold above 681, then it's kind of a failed breakout. And there's nothing more bearish than a failed breakout. So keep an eye on 681 here for the close. If we can't hold above that, then I'm going to stay quite bearish. Bitcoin has had a down day today as well, but it has been following SPY in the last half hour, making a move for a break to the upside. Last night I had alerted this wedge. It was an hourly wedge that didn't end up working out, unfortunately. Was playing here, this falling wedge. Well, it did work out, but it didn't hit as highs that I thought that it would. I figured it would take these highs and bring us to around 74.5. Unfortunately, we didn't. So we ended up breaking back down below 71.6 and getting as low as 70,600-ish. And now we're retracing up a little bit with SPY. So keep an eye on things. VIX had another update today too, up 12%. So volatility, is back up and running. So it's still yet to be determined if this trend has broken bullish. I think that the markets are kind of chopping us around. We've been stuck in this range on both Bitcoin and on BTC for a while now. I don't think that we get anything. I don't think we get an idea of what's going to happen next until we break out of this range finally. So I'm going to I'm just going to send this out real quick, showing that we're live, so I don't have to keep re-explaining things. So bear with me for a minute. All right, we have posted. Got to get better at letting people know I'm actually hopping on stream. Okay, I'll send it out to the Discord real quick. I'll see how many people pop in, and then we can continue with the breakdown. SPY's rejecting 680 so far. So that should be. I honestly, I think it goes a little bit higher. I don't think that it's going to stop here, especially if there's a lot. I'm guessing in the last few hours there's been a lot of shorts that piled on, so they're going to want to try and liquidate those guys and stop them out of their positions before going lower. I don't really see reason to go long on Bitcoin here just yet either. A lot of top heavy wicks, as you can see right here. These wicks are pretty top heavy right now. If we can't break above 71.6, then I'm going to be guessing we're going to retrace down to about 70, just below 70. This would be my target here, around 69.738. I don't really see anybody popping in just yet, so I'm going to hold off for another minute before I go on. Come lay down. Come here, bud. Hopefully a few people hop in here. I can share my idea on how I want to trade SPY before market close in about a half hour. And let everybody know about the small account challenge that I'm planning on running through copy trading. So that should be fun. You probably see my dog walking around behind me. Where is he? Of course, as soon as I say that, he leaves. He'll walk around me for the entire stream, but as soon as I acknowledge him, he goes away. Maybe I should just use that as a strategy. Let me know if this light's too bright here on me, if I should make this live stream thing a little bit smaller for my little box there. Also, apologies if I still sound a little bit congested. I'm still kind of getting over this cold. So I'm going to go back over to SPY real quick. Check out the 5-minute. There's so much consolidation here. So much consolidation from like 12:30 to now. Well, till about 25 minutes ago, we were just chopping and chopping off of 676 to 678, and now we've got that breakout. We still have these two zones above that we need to keep an eye on. 684 to 685, and then there's a small gap between 685 and 688. So I don't know. I don't really think that we see. We could, I guess, see a retrace to these levels tomorrow, but I don't know. For some reason, I think that we've kind of picked a direction today and that we're going to continue lower, but I could be wrong. I'm going to take a look at flow in here in a minute too, see if I can see what options people are selling for the next couple days out. See if there's an influx in puts or calls coming through. Take a look at NQ. Nice bounce here on NQ. QQQ's just at 607 as well. Tech isn't getting hit as bad as the broader market today, which is kind of interesting, showing some relative strength. IWM is doing worse than both. IWM down about 2% today. So small cap stocks getting hit pretty badly. Wow, Kroger's up off of earnings, eh? Look at this move on Kroger. Up 5% today while the rest of the market bleeds. Not bad. Energies, green but relatively flat today. XLE's flat. BP's up 1%. Exxon's flat. Suncor's flat. All cryptos are red. Airliners down. Crowd's up today too, which is interesting. CrowdStrike. Did they report earnings yesterday? No. Oh, maybe they did. How did I miss that? Up 4%. Kroger's outpacing CrowdStrike, which I never thought that I'd say. What else are we going to look at? Oh, I had a chart set up that I wanted to take a look at too. Banks. Mostly red today. SoFi, Affirm, and PayPal are green though, so that's kind of interesting. The rest of the big banks are done. JPM, Bank of America, credit processors, MasterCard and Visa, both red, but mostly like pretty much flat. Nothing too crazy. The newer generation finance stocks are the ones that are green today. You got Square, SoFi, Affirm, PayPal. Dollar's slightly up today too, going into close. Man, what I really wish I did was take calls on UVXY for today. I was planning on doing it, but I just ended up holding the SPY short, which worked out, but, you know, I didn't want to, like, put double up on my bearishness, but it would have worked out. Like, 100% fucking UVXY, the Ultra VIX short-term future ETF is up 10% today, so pretty good move there. I might have a pretty decent trade here on Bard, sorry, BARD. It's up almost 100% today on the day. I'll bring up the chart one sec. This could be a easy short for 20-ish%. If you have anything you want me to take a look at too, feel free. You can see here we broke above this high, so we probably swept liquidity for anybody who had stop losses at these previous highs. And now we're making a new resistance here on BRD. So like a trade here would look something like pretty good risk to reward here, you know. Have about a 10 to 1 risk to reward ratio. Put a stop above 175 and then look to short down to 150. You could even go lower than that realistically on this fucking piece of shit coin, but that would be my suggestion for right now. I'm gonna post this setup actually. So let me mark it off real quick. Oh shit, I fucked this up. I hate using that tool sometimes. I'm gonna try here, there, there. something like this on Bard. I'll post the chart on X. Okay, posted that setup real quick. You should see a pretty decent, maybe another little pop here towards 172. If we did get that, that'd be nice. It'd make the trade even higher risk to reward for that entry. So keep an eye on Bard, B-A-R-D. You can short that on Blowfin. If you want to take a look at my bio on X, you can sign up and get a 10% deposit bonus. Trade all cryptos, thousands of coins on there on up to 150x leverage, including gold, silver, oil futures, and some stocks as well. So if you're interested in trading with me on leverage, then take a look at Blowfin. You can also copy my trades now. I'm launching a copy trader. So if you want, send me a DM or at me on X. Let me know that you want to get into the copy trading bot. I buy and sell futures contracts for you. You don't have to do any of the work. It's a 14% profit share split. So 14% of the profits that I make or that you make through the trades get kicked back up to me. So that's my stake in it. Okay, well I took it. We'll take our eyes off of BRD for a minute, but we can see here we have I think this is a pretty decent short setup. We're pulling back pretty hard right now. Actually, you take a look at this. So keep an eye on this trade. I'm gonna pull up BTC, and we're gonna do a little bit of a higher time frame analysis on this. So, actually, give me a second. My charts are all kinds of dirty right now. I got so many lines, so many trends, so many patterns over the last little bit. So here's pretty much what we're looking at right now. I know there's still kind of a lot to look at here, but just be patient here with me. So what I can see here is we've got somewhat of a failed breakout above that 71.5 level. It's still really close, so we can't like completely dismiss that move just yet. But if this zone doesn't hold and we break back below 69.7, I could see a pretty quick dip down to between 67 and 65 again. Like we might just we're getting pushed back down to the shadow realm at that point, back in this never-ending chop zone. And if that just goes through, then we're going as low as 58, and then down to 48. We have big gaps. We have big gaps here. So there's a lot to watch there. If not, then we kind of have a decent pathway up to 80K again, which would be ideal. I don't really think. I don't know. I think that Bitcoin has somewhat bottomed. I don't know if it's the bottom for this year, but I'm leaning towards that it's the local bottom. So I'm gonna say that we have a chance of breaking over that 74.50, but that this hourly failed falling wedge break here wasn't a good sign. And then all these top wicks here, not a good sign. So for me personally, the next trade that I'll be taking will be something like this. Show you guys. Be something like this with a stop. Where is that? The bottom of this candle, just below there, and a take profit somewhere around 74.5. So something like this is what I'd be looking at on BTC. Which is a healthy risk to reward ratio too. It's like a 5. So if we enter just below like 69,700 on Bitcoin, and then we targeted around 74,500, we've got a decent, it's just over, just around $5,000 in upside to risk about a less than $1,000 move on Bitcoin to the downside. So this is something that I'd be looking at if you want to take a screenshot. Oh, I think I messed that up real quick. Actually, now if you want to take a screenshot, you can look at the potential play here. I'll put some lines here to show you guys where I'm looking at. So 74.5. Entry would be around here at 69. I don't know why this text is so big. One sec. Something like this. Entry here. Stop loss here. And a target up here. So that would be the trade. If you guys want to take a I'm dropping stuff. If you guys want to take a screenshot here of the screen, be my guest. You guys can see where I'm looking at in the risk to reward. Alright, some people are liking the idea for the Bard trade, so that's cool. Glad people are liking that setup. I'm going to take a screenshot of this as well, I might as well, and post it on BTC. This would be invalidated if we broke over 71.6 before we retested 70K. So we got that there, and then let's take a look at SPY because we only have about 10 minutes before it closes, and we're sitting over 680 here, which is actually pretty bullish. As long as if it could close above 681, I'd be a lot more bullish. I'd probably be more inclined to take a swing trade up to the upside, something like this on SPY. That'd be my first idea. If not, if we reject this, then I could see us testing lows and testing lower, probably towards 670 actually. So let's say 671. This could go a lot higher too actually, so I'll be a little bit more generous. So, oh, on SPY, let's say we break and hold above, probably test this resistance again, go back, break out here, go back, and then we could see another retest of this zone. So this is what I'd be watching on SPY, this kind of parallel. It's not, obviously this isn't to be like, this path that I'm drawing on both ends isn't what I would consider to be like 100% accurate. This is just my guess of how price action would probably work. You can see there's a decent resistance here around 682.50, and then if it, you know, rejected off that and then still held above 681, I could see it test 684, maybe chop in between there and 685 for a little bit, and then launch us back towards 690. You know, if not, we reject it at 681. I feel like we test lows from today. And then break lower to about 671, 670 before we can kind of consider another long entry on SPY. So this is just another potential look. I think if we break this out to the half hour as well, you can kind of see. Actually, let's do it on the hourly. This might be like something we're looking at on SPY, right? So we have the two bottom wick candles here. From the top of this gap, the gap between 680 and 685. And then we could even go and test up towards, you know, 698, 700 even. That's like the most bullish scenario. And then this would be, you know, the bear scenario. We break below this trend line and then we see lower. So this is what I'm looking at here. Flip this red. Oops, sorry about that. My bad. Ah, shit, that was a bad screenshot. Damn, that was another terrible screenshot. Alright, so here's my idea on SPY. Where's the button I'm looking for? Whatever. Jesus. Okay. Me just personally, I wouldn't enter any new swing positions on SPY yet. That's the advice I'm going to give out for now. It just seems like we don't have. We had a nice downside move today. If you were short last night, like I was, we made out clean. But for now, if we're gonna be real with ourselves on SPY and on Bitcoin, the setup isn't really there just yet. We need more. We need more price action to develop and get a better idea of where things are. Trump's been kind of, you know, unpredictable in the last few days. He said something about Cuba today being next to fall, so you never know when macro news can come out and just completely destroy your thesis, right? So this is what I'm going to be. This is what I'm going to be eyeing. I've posted all the setups that I've went over so far on my X, so go take a look at that. Those are all there for you. I don't really see any replies or anything like that, so if anybody has... Oh, nice. I love hearing people getting some use out of my callouts. That's awesome. Look at this though. We're back above 681, so this is the bullish scenario here, right? We're back above. This is a bullish close so far. If we can hold above this, then we could see this potential scenario happening, the upwards scenario. So, you know, if you were a gambling man and you just wanted to do some kind of lotto, I'd maybe take a call for tomorrow, like 683, 684. You could even do 685, but that's the upward range of this zone here, right? So I'd probably go somewhere closer to 683, 684. Because we do have a resistance around 682.50. Take a look at, if you really wanted to gamble this, then gamble something on SPY overnight. The situation with Bitcoin could change at close. Like yesterday, we had a really big dump at close, so something could happen there once the next few minutes goes by and SPY closes. Right now, though, it looks bullish. There's a decent amount of volume coming in. Take a look at that. Decent amount of volume, not as much as yesterday, but decent amount of volume coming in. We're at 6160, hell of a bounce off of lows. What are we down on the day now to? So now we're only down 0.5%. So this could easily, you know, if this holds above 681, this could easily go to that 684 level by open tomorrow or just after open. So those are my suggestions. If you wanted to do tomorrow's expiry, it's a little bit risky, but it's something you could do. Or maybe you could even shoot further into like to Monday or something. Maybe just grab, instead of a few contracts, maybe just mitigate risk, grab one contract for a call for Monday, and be done with it, and have a little bit less anxiety when you go to sleep tonight, you know. But yeah, that's my idea here on SPY. Let's see what I'm guessing Bitcoin is. Oh wow, Bitcoin's lagging behind right now, not making the same move. This is really similar to yesterday's close. Yesterday's close, Bitcoin lagged behind SPY, and we saw another dump. So this could be a decent opportunity to short Bitcoin if that same thing happens here when we close in about 2 minutes. Then this isn't a bad entry, and you could keep the risk to reward pretty tight here. You can just put your stop loss above that 71,600 level ish, and then target even low of day today, which would be around 70,600. You can make the trade a little bit higher R&R too if you wanted to short down towards our entry level just below 70K. That's possible too. volatility is strong right now, so there's a lot of opportunities to trade each way. My last 1 minute of New York Open, this is what I'm saying: SPY call until tomorrow, or into Monday. Relatively close out of money, not crazy, and maybe a potential Bitcoin short for when market closes here. Those are my two. Those are my two call outs for right now. Personally, I'm not taking anything just yet. I'm probably going to trade a little bit more of these top gainers today on Bitcoin. We'll see where things go from close here too. Now, okay, we just closed out. SPY closed at 681.45, so great bounce in today. Bitcoin now at 71,235. Damn, it doesn't look like Bard is going to give us that entry just yet. Fell that back down to about 160. 159.93 was the low there. Might have gotten a little bit too, might have been a little bit too cautious on that. That would have paid pretty well already. HU, or H, I guess, HUSDT, another top gainer today, up 40%, just had a plus 4% upside candle in the last 5 minutes with a decent stick of volume coming in. Highest volume there's been in a couple hours on that one, so this could be a decent area to take that short. I've had pretty good luck on trading these today. The last one I hit was it? I got a 60% move on OPN, open or whatever. That one, I'm not sure what it's up right now. I'll take a look. Oh, actually, that one was one of the top losers, and I just played it short on a pop, which is another decent strategy. That one doesn't look too bad for a small short either, OPN. But doesn't leave the same risk reward that something like H would right now. Or even Bard, but Bard I'd wait a little bit. It's already pulled back about 10 cents from highs. So you'd be taking a risk if you took a short here. All right, I just took a small short on HUSDT. Kind of a high leverage trade that I just took, so I don't know if I'd exactly recommend it, but I took a 20x short. I got filled at 0.18039, so just over that like 18 cents level there on H. Once again, HUSDT. I'm not risking a lot though. I just put a stop above this current candle high on the 5 minute. So it had a high at 18126. I have my stop loss at 1.1815. So pretty tight. Nothing crazy. Oh shit, and it just got Well, probably in the time that anybody could have even entered. I got stopped out there, but it was worth a shot, I think. I mean, it's up like 7% in 5 minutes, so I thought that that was a decent attempt, but probably gonna have to wait for it to get some kind of shooting star candle there. BTC still just at 71.3. Didn't move much since market close, which is interesting. Take a look at SPY after hours. Retesting 680.80 after hours right now, so I don't really trust anything after hours lately, though, if I'm being honest. I just feel like it's not a good representation of what the next day. We've been doing so many, like, we've had so many, like, gap ups and downs recently. Maybe that HUSDT play kind of topped out now here at 18.29. Or at 18.37, sorry. Hard to tell just yet, though. It seems like it still has pretty decent momentum. And huge volume. In the last, like, 10 minutes, there's been, like, almost a 500,000 volume that went in there, just over 400,000. Hey, buddy. Bitcoin's doing a whole lot of nothing. I don't know if I'm wasting time sitting here watching this, but we'll sit. I'll watch it for another 5 or 6 minutes, and then if not, I posted all the setups that I wanted to go over for today. Just the Bitcoin and SPY, and that bonus one on BARD. So we have all those there, and those have all been posted on X as well. So if you're interested in any of those trade ideas, go take a look there. Before I hop off here too, I'm just going to let you guys know that we have the copy trading set up right now. So if you guys want to copy my trades, you can do so now just through Blowfin. Links in my bio if you want to sign up. You get a 10% deposit bonus, and you can copy my trades. Be able to, get the, if you can't get entries or if you're busy with work or whatever like that, this is the next best thing for you. You can copy whatever alerts I post and be part of the starting pack. I think I'm going to try and do around like $100 to $500 at first. We're just going to, slowly keep it up. Not going to put any time limit on anything like that. We're just going to slowly chip away at it and then start with a little bit bigger sizing after that. So if you're interested in that copy trading, you can @ me or DM me on X and sign up on Blowfin with code RHT. Hi, cousin. No questions or anything like that that I can see in the chat right now. All right. Well, I'll probably end the stream here. If you guys want me to hop back on later for when like Asia Open happens, let me know. I can probably do another hour or two stream there. I don't have any plans for tonight, so I am available to trade that session tonight for sure. So let me know. I don't know how many people are actually out there listening right now. Seems kind of dead. All right. All right. Well, I'll just end it there. All trade ideas have been posted. If you want to see any more out of me, like, retweet, engage with me. It helps me gauge whether I'm doing this for anybody else's benefit.